My name is Wade Smith, Superintendent for Walla Walla Public Schools, and this is the May Pulse. Once again, I would like to congratulate Walla High staff and students as U.S. News recognized Walla Walla High School in its national 2024 Best High Schools ranking for the second consecutive year. Walla High ranked in the top 1/3 of all schools in the state and nation, boasting especially high marks on our college readiness and breadth index, in addition to our strong graduation rates, reading and science scores. We are so proud of our staff and students and thankful for our community who continues to renew our learning levy, providing for the advanced courses and college level access that serves so critical for our students. Moving to outside of the classroom, with the historic passage of our outdoor athletic and activity Capital Levy in February, we have been busy finalizing design plans and partnerships with our coaches and advisors. And I have some exciting news for all of you. Working closely with Hellas Construction, the nation's leader in athletic fields and amenities, we have set our sights on delivering a number of improvements this very summer, many months ahead of our original project schedule. Slated for this summer are the replacement tennis courts at Walla High, putting in both artificial turf fields at the high school, installing lights on both of those fields, and the completion of the JROTC Raider course. We also plan on constructing Pioneer Middle School's new track, resurfacing and repairing the Garrison track, and starting on our ball field lights at Murr Sports Park. Needless to say, it will be a very busy summer, and to commemorate this historic occasion, mark your calendars now for 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 30th for a groundbreaking ceremony at the high school. And finally, before introducing our special guest, I am pleased to share with everyone this year's Graduates of Distinction. This is the highest honor the district can bestow on any graduate, and this year's slate is truly exceptional. They are Tricia Copeland-Lubach, class of 1985, Bill Fleener, class of 1969, Doug Gwynn, class of 1932, Karen Nadine, class of 1972, and Dean Laudmel, class of 1952. The reception and celebration is being held on Monday, June 3rd from 4 to 5:30 at Walla Walla High School Commons, and I encourage everyone to attend and celebrate these honored graduates. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I thought it'd be fitting to interview Norma Hernandez, Executive Director for the Center. Before I introduce her, don't forget students, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Well, welcome everyone, and Norma, thank you so much for joining me here. We're shooting this live from the newly renovated Health Center here at the high school main academic building, right adjacent to the main office, and just delighted to have an opportunity to introduce Norma to our community, but also for our community to get to learn a little bit more about the incredible things that are taking place right here at the Health Center. So Norma, you've been the Executive Director for how many years now?
For 3 years.
3 years now. Time flies.
It does.
You persevered with us through COVID. I want to thank you for that. And for our community, to make sure you understand that the Health Center has been a decades-long collaboration between this 501c3 entity that comes in partnership with the school district right inside of our school campuses in most cases, and provides critical both mental health supports as well as physical health supports. So why don't you share with our community a little bit about what the Health Center does, Norma?
Yeah, thank you. And we are quite excited. It's been since 2009 that we've been partnering with Walla Walla Public Schools and being trusted by parents and students to provide the behavioral health and primary medical care. So we do right now have 4 clinics at all the Walla Walla Public Schools high schools and middle schools, where we have low barrier and free. So there's never any cost to our students or their families for primary medical care and for behavioral health care. And what that entails is one-on-one therapy with one of our mental health counselors right there in their school, in the location where they're at all day long, so it makes it so much easier for students to be able to access the care.
Yeah, you recently gave a wonderful presentation to our school board. What is so eye-opening about this collaboration and having this incredible asset called the Health Center right on campus is how it really limits and minimizes lost class time. Kids can come down, maybe get a Tylenol, because again, some of these medications the district isn't allowed to prescribe, but the Health Center is. Maybe they have need a Tylenol for a headache, or maybe their tummy hurts, or maybe they just need someone to talk to. They can walk right down from class, get that support, and hopefully get right back to class, right?
Yep. And sometimes it's as easy as a cough drop, right? And things that just make it very difficult for students to be able to focus when it's really bothering them. When a student doesn't feel well, it can be physical, it can be mental health. They're not going to learn. It makes it very difficult. So being able to just come down to the Health Center and talk to someone, grab a Tylenol or ibuprofen or a cough drop, it allows the student to then get back to class and get back to focus and studying.
And I know that every year when registration comes around, parents, family members check the registration paperwork because that is the opportunity for your student to access the health center and get all the support they may or may not need from the center. So I know stay tuned for that in our annual registration piece. Another critical factor is over the years as I worked with your predecessors like Stan Leddington, as we initially rolled the health centers out, there was a lot of focus on medical, but not so much on mental health. We've really seen that kind of balance out over the years. So talk to us a little about what you're seeing students needing support at both in the middle school and high schools alike.
Absolutely. So, what they started seeing early on was students were coming to the health center for stomach aches or headaches. And it turned out it really wasn't just a simple stomach or a headache, right? It was stress induced, it was anxiety induced. So that's when they thought about needing to get the mental health side in so that students get someone to talk to and help relieve and alleviate and figure out coping skills and what tools they can do to handle their different situations that are going on. And so we are able to provide that for them. We're trained specialty for students, and we're able just to get it to them right away.
Yeah, and such a huge, important piece because we know that our local professionals are so overwhelmed with caseload. I mean, a student needing someone to talk to might be weeks, if not months, out from a provider. And I think the power of having this on-site program, which very few high schools across our state have access to. So we are really, truly blessed here in Walla Walla. So a student to get that immediate, maybe emergent need, and then maybe transition off working with a family to get them into private practice, maybe for long-term care. But that immediate need is so critically important for our kids that may be in crisis or maybe just need someone to talk to.
Absolutely. A student can come down and we can get them an appointment depending on how urgent it is. But really, usually we can at least get in talking to somebody within the week, right? And you're right, out there right now in our community is so backlogged that it's taking literally 6 weeks, 8 weeks to just get in for an intake appointment. Here they can get in, they can see somebody right away and start seeing somebody on a weekly basis. For medical, same thing, they can get in and not have to wait hours to be seen. And so we have for the last 2 years seen quite a bit increase in students coming to us for support. So we're quite excited to see that the students and the parents are joining in with the health center and the school district to make sure that we are taking care of the health of our students.
Yeah, it's really just a win-win-win opportunity. And I know you and I are both excited about, we just opened up our Garrison clinics. Now we have a clinic at the high school, at Lincoln, at Pioneer and Garrison, and look forward to many bright years ahead of us working together and maybe even future expansions down the road. Norma, I want to thank you for what you do in supporting our kids, getting them back in class, getting them physically and mentally healthy so they can achieve at high levels. And just want to thank you and all of your staff for their support.
Well, thank you. Thank you for letting us be a partner here with the Walla Walla Public Schools. It is quite an honor for us.
Great. Well, that concludes our May Pulse. Thanks, and we'll see you next month.